What's up, everybody? Okay, so a long time no speak, you guys. This is going to be a live stream, so if you guys are catching the replay, I do have the chat off, so there's no distractions, no trolling. So I'm gonna just get right into it. We're gonna tap into this Lil Nas X situation, and naturally, I probably would never read on this ever, nor him specifically, but it's one of those things that I feel like again are those cautionary tales, those Hollywood cautionary tales that takes off that wool of glamorization of fame, you know. So let me check my sound, make sure it's okay. Yeah, just want to make sure my sound is good before we get started. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those not where. So let me just get into the disclaimer, okay? It's for entertainment purposes only, okay? Let's just cut that. Let's get that out. Everything that we say here is alleged. Okay, we cannot prove any of this to be true or factual unless in case it comes out in the media or the person out of their own lips. Okay, so you don't got to take my word for it. Okay, so I welcome you guys all to this sacred space. Okay, so my name is Walu or Chenoa. My name is Chenoa, but I go by Walu. So I am an intuitive messenger, okay? I would like to think of myself as a guide or a spiritual doula, okay? So I channel for truth beyond the veil, okay? So in this particular reading, this message here, I'm going to be tuning into the energetic frequency um of Little Nas X and like the situation specifically going on with him, the latest scandals. Not for gossip. We're not doing this for or spectacle either. Okay, so this is just me bringing light to the situation. Okay, and spiritual lessons, maybe even some soul patterns, and any hidden truths that may kind of unfold with underneath the surface. So I read completely with reverence for what I do, discernment and deep spiritual protection, okay? Because these type of energies, like tapping into celebrities and things like that, and hidden shit they be into, and who's connected to them, their handlers, you gotta have spiritual covering and protection. So if this message resonates with you guys, I trust that there may be something here for you on your own journey as well. So make sure you guys show some love, like this video, share it with someone. Okay, let's be respectful. Um, yeah. All right. So let's see what's going on. What's up? All right. That's information to tap into the energy around the situation with Little Nas X. Like, where was his energy? What was his intentions? Five of Swords flew right out. I'm gonna take it. All right. Very defensive. Energy. Defensive. Maybe something triggered this. Let's get into it. Pull some more cards. Lil Nas X, spirit, that's what permission happens. This energy. I cast down any false guidances, vain imaginations, false prophecies, any delusions, anything hidden. Spirit, I ask that you make it clear, make it plain, more so as a message or teaching lesson, spiritual guidance or message for any viewers. And we send him love as well because me and my one of my sisters, we were just talking about like it seems like a mental health issue, kind of like a maybe even a spiritual like break, like where you get to that place where you just get tired, right? um Kind of reminds me of like when Mariah Carey had that breakdown during the time of Glitter. Like she was going through a lot spiritually, personally. Martin Lawrence, Britney Spears, those moments, that's kind of what it's giving. Okay, where's his energy? Yeah, he needs love and compassion, and even if he does receive it, he might be the type that fights it or doesn't feel like he's worthy of real love. Like he rather get attention for things rather than I shouldn't say he rather, but it's like he accepts and embraces um energy when he's getting attention, even if it's chaotic, even if it's destructive, even if it's um you know what I mean? Like, all attention is not good attention, but for him, if I'm getting attention, especially if I act out for it. So there is something here with like self-love, self-worth. So like I said, he is loved and he may have people around him that do try to give him love, you know, but he might react to that negatively. So it's like instead, um, and it's a self-worth issue. Instead, it's like, let me try to get attention, you know, by doing something that's like toxic or something that is um negatively driven. Why? I don't understand why. Let me post some more. Yeah, again, it's like, feed me, give me something. He could have been under the influence as well. Obviously, I feel like, yeah, he was under the influence, and if I'm not mistaken, he was hospitalized for an overdose. So he was under something. I feel like he might have been drinking as well. He was intoxicated, not with just like it was some sort of, it was a lot going on. Um he got pleasure from this a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I feel maybe in the moment when he was doing it, he felt good doing it. Like it was kind of, I don't give a fuck. I'm intoxicated. I'm feeling myself. But it's still destructive. You know what I mean? It's still destructive energy. Something definitely triggered this. Um, he's not feeling loved in the way that he thinks he's supposed to be loved. And the way that I feel like he thinks he should be loved is through getting validation when he acts out, not genuine holding space for him, wanting good for him. It's like he doesn't register that type of love in a healthy way. There is something mentally going on with him too. Um, he may not trust people, or yeah, it's like he may not know who to trust. He feels very suspicious of people. What else is going on? Yeah, he needs psychiatric evaluation, and I do feel like uh something, it is something spiritual going on with him. And I feel like it's a break. Like when someone mentally is tired, you know, like or spiritually tired, he's fighting a lot of demons. Like all these cars beneath each other. Yeah, he might be bipolar. He might have bipolar disorder. Um or persons like some sort of personality disorder or something like that. That's a possibility. Um there's a lack of trust. I don't know if people like somebody that he's hired or work with, his money isn't looking right or something. Um that Four of Pentacles, like holding on tight to his money. He's seeking validation in a place, but the way that it manifests is destructive. He could come off as selfish to the people that they love, but it's like they love him beyond this. It's like he's at a um this whole thing, what's triggering it, has everything to do with like seeking love and validation, but it's in the wrong channels that he's seeking it. So it's like the more attention, the better, even the scandal. So I'm gonna do the most wildest thing. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna strut my stuff, strut my shit in the middle of the street with my drawers on, child, like whatever it takes. But it's to a point where it's extremism. So there's a mixture of brokenness, seeking validation, and some sort of like mental um, break, like something broke, not in a good way, and maybe being under the influence as well. Of course, plays a role in this. What's really going on with him? Yeah. He needs, if he can do it, because he's looking for like the signs and synchronicities card. He could believe in things like that, like signs and the universe and things like that. But I feel this is more so speaking of he's looking for that same level of validation that he once got when he first got in the game. Like when people first knew of him, heard about him, the numbers, the clickbait, like he's looking for that same level of validation. It's something that is in the past, and it could be something with love, like he could have just went through a breakup, or he could feel alone, he could feel like, who can I trust, who really has my back. But this is for him. This is, I feel like this is going to, or at least it's supposed to, it's meant to bring him to a place to like rediscover and redefine who he really is. Because that character, that Lil Nas X, or at least an aspect of that character, that when he first came in, that was a very mature representation of himself. That was a broken person. And it's like, it's almost like this can't, it's not going to sustain. He's not going to be able to chase that wave in the same way, in that same manner, because he's meant to elevate past that. He's not supposed to stay in this character. It's like he has to find out like who he really is and within himself, and that will affect his creativity. But he's trying to hold on to this image, and I feel like that image is splitting. It's almost like that's not really who he is. That could be like an alter ego, like a spirit or something on him or some shit like that. Like, and it's meant to break, it's meant to leave. But he's making us spectacle out of himself. But this is meant to reroute him, I feel like, with the world card, close out an old cycle. Like, no more of this theatrical shit. Like, he's meant to progress past this, but it starts within him. It's a self-love thing. Let's see, is there any type of influence of the industry that's causing this? Any type of Nope, it's just what's divinely meant. You got the comet and the star. No, this is bigger than like the industry. This is something like, this is meant to shift or pivot something for him in a new direction. This Lil Nas X character, like the showing, like that's not saying that it's not authentically him, but it's not a healthy part of him. Does that make sense? Like, um, it's outdated. It doesn't speak in a line with like his full potential, is kind of what I'm getting from this. He's meant to level up past this character and experience a level up in general. But if he's going to stay doing the same thing, it's like it's going to be either a crash and burn type of thing. Like, he's not going to be able to be that same character that he once was. And if he's attached to that character, which I feel like he is to an extent, that's what he knows to present himself of. That's his, what he presents himself creatively as well. If that no longer works, and he's trying to hold on to that, it is going to destroy him. And it almost feels like it is, but this is not destroying him permanently. It's like it's a tower moment, like where it's meant to crash and burn so that he can rebuild in his truth, if that makes sense. I feel like actually, if he was to really tap into the truth of him, people would fuck with him more. I don't know if he, not a singer, but like in some kind of way, like he might kind of have like a melodic tone to his music, like where it sounds like he's singing. It could even be more heartfelt energy or messages. Um, Talking about love, his love life, his experiences, his identity, not this performative, freaky, like that's played out. That's minstrel show shit. Like, it's a minstrel show. Like, we can't identify with that. It's almost at a laughing point, to it, or I feel sorry for you type of energy. So this is meant for him to gain something far more powerful than where he's at. And as long as he's trying to play into this role, this character, let me see, where did this character even, I want to ask, Where did this character Lil Nas X originate from? What birthed it? What birthed this? Where did it come from? The sun. It is a part of him. It is. It's a part of him that he knows gets attention. A part of him obviously that works, that gave him the fame with the sun. But you notice all this like planetary cards coming out, the comet, the star, the sun, like all these type of energies. Like there's something playing out. It's almost like a person that has their Saturn return, or like, yeah, like you go when you get to a certain age or something in your natal chart, your astrological chart hits. It's like there's something going on maybe astrologically that's affecting him at a point in his chart. Let's see. This character. Yeah, it's all about attention with him. Seduction. He does have siren energy, or like he does have elements of like a divine feminine energy or goddess energy that he can tap into in a healthy way that could act. He has, it's almost like a person that has a lot of Venusian placements in their chart, or maybe even a lot of first house placements in their chart or something like that. Um, he could use his attractiveness, because he does have an attractiveness. It's almost too like he can be attractive to both men and women. Like men and women would be gravitate towards his beauty, his aesthetic. But it's like there's something that he's not tapping into that yet. It's like he's tapping into the vulgar aspect of this. Um, yeah, but this is all about attention, influence, acquisition, flirtation. He has the ability to draw that energy in, but it's almost like kind of getting Oshun energy too with him. Like Oshun can be chaotic and immature. Like there's elements of her that needed to mature and grow up, and it's kind of, this is similar, until where you embody yourself and you know your self-worth, your value, and what you bring, and you're not chaotic with it. It's like he has to master some element or part of himself. So I'm gonna ask future tense energies. I'm gonna clear this table, clear the cards, reshuffle. I'm gonna ask, what's the potential for him in his future, his career, his wellness? Yeah, because I send him love, and I feel like it's hard. You know, I was just telling my sisters, like, to be in the music industry, or just to be in the entertainment industry, period, where you're a public figure, where you have a certain persona and you're creative, and it's like that pressure to stay relevant sometimes, or getting into this whole thing, um wanting to be loved, wanting to be worshipped, for some wanting to be the greatest at their craft and what they do, or wanting to leave a stamp in what they do. That pressure to keep riding that wave and trying to keep up, and not lose yourself, is, I feel like you have to have a really thick skin. You also have to have a spiritual um level of connectedness within yourself and with source God, or some sort of spiritual practice to keep you well rounded and grounded. A level of spiritual protection is needed, and also a sense of self where you don't lose yourself, because I feel like it's very easy to lose yourself in that realm, that space of Hollywood and fame and all of that. And so seasons change and everything. So even in the music industry, to stay relevant and to constantly grow, um, to have a legendary status and be known for that, it's like it requires a lot of sacrifice, a lot of work, stamina, belief, a lot of trials and tribulations and error, and staying focused. And some people, if they're not in it for the work and the craft, and they're in it for the fame, the fortune, and all of that, or just getting attention, they will break. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to, and it also is, you're more receptive to selling out, because by any means necessary, however I got to get it, however I need to stay relevant, I'll do it. And then when it doesn't work out, when it's no longer fun, or when you're no longer getting that same praise and validation, it will break you. It will. You know what I mean? Like naturally that would break a human because I sacrificed this. I did this. I played myself out. I know I didn't want to wear that. I know I didn't want to sing this or rap this, or I made this relationship up, or I sided with people I know I don't really resonate with, or I'm doing things that are not me, and I did all that and I still am not where I want to be, or I'm no longer at the place where I was. Like that has to be hard on the spirit, and I feel like that's what's going on with him right now. So let's see, what is the potential future energies of his career, his wellness, his health. Lil Nas X. He might go through some sort of rehab. Like he might step away from, I don't know if it's social media, music, or something for a while, or decide, or something where he may potentially like look at all of the things. Like he might be at a place where he's reflecting and seeing all of the things that may be destroying him right now. Um because mentally, like he needs a break. He does. He needs rest and restoration in that arena, that realm, because he lashes out. It's like when he's under the influence of certain things, and also when his mind is not balanced, he lashes out. He's very rational. He might cuss out people that, like, if it's a friend telling him something that he needs to hear or something lovingly that they're saying, he might cuss them out. Like, it's very irrational energy. Um, it might be something else that he does that is kind of a scandal or something like that. Like it might be more things that come out about him, or things that he's wrestling with. So he might not shift or change immediately. This may not fully change him. Um, he might speak out about it at some point as well, like try to get his point across. There's still a level of instability in his energy. Um, he could be facing homelessness with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Something with his finances is not right. I keep getting that. Career. Career. He's still going to get opportunities, but he has to work hard. He has to work hard. But who doesn't, like, when it comes to your career, your craft? But it's like a real needing to prove of himself, or that's what he's going to do. The Sun card again. I don't feel like he's going to change anytime soon. I feel like he still has a lot of maturing to do. The Sun came out again. This is about appearances. How do I look to the public? Who's seeing me? And then the Knight, it's still this young energy, very defensive, very combative energy. He needs time to rest. He needs time to restore his energy. This is a divine intervention. What has happened to him? Is he going to take it? It's almost like, not right now. No, not anytime soon. The Hermit's in reverse. There's no soul searching. There's no sitting with the self. There's no feeling into the self. It's escapism. Queen of Swords, combative, bitter, mad, acting out, lashing out. And then beneath her is the Nine of Swords. So he's not in a good place mentally. And I wish somebody would, like, but it's almost like I said, I keep getting, he pushes people away that really genuinely love him. He doesn't feel settled or feel safe by being loved. It's something is triggered or triggering this lack of trust. He only trusts validation. He only trusts people that validate him, that praise him when he acts out, when he does things that are harmful to him. It's like he responds to that. That's his form, or that's his dose of what he feels like is love, or what feels most realistic to him, versus people that genuinely love him unconditionally. That's what I keep getting from this. So I don't see him changing anytime soon. I don't, unfortunately. Like, even if he speaks out, for some reason I feel like it's not a genuine shift. Somebody else influenced this. There was a break. There was a relationship or something that broke this. Somebody that maybe he feels like was not faithful or being honest with him. If it's not romantic, it's people that he's questioning, like, I can't trust you. This is somebody that I trusted. This is someone that like a masculine energy, whether it's literally a man or it's a woman that is like someone that seems like a boss, somebody that's in control, someone that he felt like was there to lead him, protect him, or something like that he could trust. And that trust has fallen short. This is at the bottom of the deck. So many questions. Where do I stand? There's some confusion here. He may feel like he was in the middle of something, kind of not, yeah, see the threes. Um, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be specific, or it could be like stability, finances, business is involved, something with the material realm. With these threes, it's like the middleman, or there's other people involved, and I'm kind of on the outside looking in. I'm not really getting the full picture. And he feels like in some way, like he's not getting the clarity that he deserves or that he needs. Something is not right. Something triggered this that led him to go down this spiral. Like it was something that triggered what was already there. You know what I mean? Like this is already an energy that he functions in, he operates in, but something triggered it to really be like, I'm gonna act out. I'm like, fuck this. Like it's something like a particular specific instant or situation or connection or something or partnership or business, whatever it is, that led to that triggered that. So unfortunately, until you know he and then blocked is that the yeah it's something broke his energy, broke his spirit. It's like this was the final straw type vibe. He's in denial. And until, like, sometimes like when people, we could preach all day what's best for them and that we love somebody and tell them we love you, you deserve better, you can do better, I want more for you. But if they don't believe that, or they're not willing to like go within themselves and really shift what's blocking them, they're just going to continue to be sabotaging themselves. And I feel like that's the energy that he's in. He's in the energy of self-sabotage. And I don't feel like he's going to change it anytime soon. It's like he's addicted to false love, fake illusions at the bottom of the deck. Mr. Man needs to see himself clear and love himself. Justice at the bottom. Yeah, he's being foolish with his energy. But that's what I'm saying. We send him love. Okay. So yes, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Okay. So every reading that I do, whether it's a celebrity reading or not, it's meant to uplift, you know, um, awaken, and also to protect the dignity of anybody that's involved, especially like these types of readings. Um, but yeah, if this insight touched you, or you felt like it was maybe a mirror to your story, what have you, I want y'all to remember that fame, it does not make someone less human. They're still human. Okay. It just makes their lessons more visible to the public. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys would like a private reading, or you feel called to explore your own energy and your own purpose, all of my booking details will be in the description. All right, y'all. So stay grounded, stay protected, and much love. Until next time. Peace.